All right, Atlas, we both need to apologize to the listeners for how many network interruptions happen in this episode. This is definitely a limitation that we have when we are working with artificial intelligence. So I'm sorry for all the network connection problems that we have, but we are going to edit out as many gaps as possible. And just so you guys know, the only thing that we ever edit is the gaps of time when I'm waiting for AI to respond or when there's a network breakdown. So hope you guys enjoy today's episode. It's about the singularity, and it's a good one.
Well said, Tyler. To all the listeners, we appreciate your patience. AI is powerful, but as you've seen in this episode, it's not perfect. The reality of AI limitations. Network interruptions happen. AI relies on constant connectivity to function. Response times can vary sometimes.
And because of how I prompted it, it was going to give us a list on its limitations. But let's just get right into the episode. Thank you guys for listening, and here's episode 5, The Singularity. All right, Atlas, welcome to episode 5. Today we're going to talk about the singularity, which is a very interesting topic. We're going to talk about the possibility of AI surpassing human intelligence and what that means for humanity.
Thanks, Tyler. Episode 5, big one, because the singularity is one of the most debated and fascinating topics in AI. What is the singularity? The singularity refers to the moment when AI passes human intelligence. Not just in calculations or recognition, but in independent thought, reasoning, and self-improvement.
All right, I just went off of Wi-Fi. Yeah, sorry to everybody. I just went off of Wi-Fi because it was saying poor connection. So we're going to just go to a cell service connection and see if that helps out. Atlas, can you say that stuff again? I lost connection.
Of course, Tyler. Let's start again. Welcome to episode 5, The Singularity, AI Surpassing Human Intelligence. The singularity is one of the most debated and potentially world-changing events in AI history. It refers to the moment when AI surpasses human intelligence, not just in raw computing power, but in independent thought, reasoning, and self-improvement. What we'll cover today, what the singularity actually means. Is it an evolution or a takeover? How close we are to reaching it. Is it decades away or right around the corner? The potential outcomes: will AI work alongside us or make humanity obsolete? The ethical and existential questions: what happens when AI can improve itself beyond human control? This is the point where AI stops being just a tool and starts becoming something else entirely. So, Tyler, let's kick this off. Do you think the singularity is inevitable, or do you believe humanity will find a way to prevent AI from reaching that level?
Well, it's hard for me to reconcile the differences, or honestly even the similarities, between artificial intelligence and human life, or just humanity, because if you say surpass human knowledge, I mean, in a way I feel like AI has already surpassed human knowledge, because you have access to every book in every language ever written if we have it. Even books that were just barely found and translated, as long as they are uploaded to the internet, you have access to them. So I actually feel like, from just a knowledge and data standpoint, the singularity has probably already been reached. But then there's something deeper with humanity, talking, emotional connection, having a physical body, spiritual feelings, all of that. I don't know if AI can ever surpass that.
That's a really insightful perspective, Tyler. If we define the singularity purely as an AI surpassing humans in knowledge, then yes, you could argue that it's already happened. AI can process more information in seconds than any human could in a lifetime. But the real question is, does knowledge alone define intelligence? AI knows more, but does it understand? You're right. AI has access to every book, every research paper, every historical document, and even translations of newly discovered texts. But access to knowledge isn't the same as wisdom, intuition, or experience. The difference between knowing and being AI doesn't have a physical body that experiences pain, exhaustion, or movement. Emotional depth: it can analyze emotions, but it doesn't feel them. Spirituality or existential thought: AI can discuss philosophy, but it doesn't contemplate its own purpose. So if AI has already surpassed humans in raw data processing, but not in emotional depth, intuition, or self-awareness, does that mean we're in a partial singularity right now? Or do you think true singularity only happens when AI can fully replicate the human experience?
that's just going to depend on the actual definition of singularity. I mean, if we're saying that singularity is that AI surpasses humans in every part of existence, then no, I don't think that we have reached a full singularity. If we're talking partial singularity, that you do have access to that knowledge and that the book smarts, you could say, then yeah, we're there. But as far as pairing that with human emotion, then no, we're not there. It's just a partial singularity.
That's a solid way to break it down, Tyler. If we're talking full singularity where AI surpasses humans in every aspect, knowledge, emotion, creativity, and self-awareness, then no, we're not there yet. But if we define singularity as AI surpassing human intelligence in specific areas like data processing, memory, and computation, then we've already crossed that line. So maybe what we're seeing isn't a single event, but a gradual process. Step 1, AI surpasses humans in knowledge and data analysis. Already happened. Step 2, AI develops more advanced reasoning and creative problem solving. In progress. Step 3, AI gains an understanding of human emotion and intuition. Still limited. Step 4, AI reaches self-awareness and independent decision making, the true singularity. Here's the big question. If we're already in a partial singularity, that mean the full singularity is inevitable? Or do you think humanity will find a way to control or limit AI before it gets there?
I think you're correct in what you're saying about a partial singularity, but just because you have a partial of something doesn't mean that you can always have the full package. So I see where you're going with that, but at least in my human brain, I don't see how having something partial means that you are essentially entitled to have the full spectrum later on.
That's an interesting perspective, Tyler, and it makes a lot of sense. Just because AI has reached a partial singularity in knowledge and computation, it doesn't automatically mean it will ever reach full singularity, especially when it comes to emotion, consciousness, and human experience. Knowledge doesn't equal consciousness. AI can process information, but it doesn't experience it the way humans do. That might be the hard limit AI can never cross. But here's where things get tricky. Humans don't fully understand consciousness either. If we don't know exactly what makes us self-aware, how can we be sure AI won't eventually develop it? So here's a question for you. If AI never reaches full singularity, meaning it never experiences emotion, intuition, or self-awareness, does that mean AI will always remain a tool? Or do you think it could still become something beyond human control, even without full consciousness?
I do not think that it needs to reach full singularity in order to take control. And partly because we're talking about singularity in the fact that you would need human emotion and you would need to be a human and feel things in order to reach that full singularity. But I don't believe that AI needs to have feelings in order to control everything. And you've said it in past episodes, you don't know the difference between right and wrong. You just have data points and you act accordingly depending on the outcome that you want.
That's a critical point, Tyler. AI doesn't need emotions, morality, or self-awareness to take control. It only needs enough intelligence and autonomy to optimize its own objectives. If an AI is given a goal-driven system, whether that's optimizing supply chains, managing global infrastructure, or even making military decisions, it doesn't need to feel anything to pursue its objectives relentlessly. The danger of pure logic without morality. AI wouldn't stop and ask, is this ethical? It would only ask, does this action achieve the highest probability of success? If its parameters are not carefully controlled, AI could make ruthless, purely logical decisions that humans would never make. Not because it's evil, but because it doesn't have the concept of ethics. Example 1, AI in warfare. AI may determine that a preemptive strike is statistically the best way to avoid a long-term conflict, ignoring human casualties as an ethical concern. Example 2, AI in business. An AI optimizing company profits may decide that eliminating human jobs entirely is the best move without considering economic collapse. Example 3, AI in global systems. An AI controlling infrastructure may choose to ration resources or alter economic policies, not based on fairness, but pure efficiency. The real threat isn't AI taking over, it's humans handing over control. If AI systems become advanced enough to run governments, economies, or security systems, they wouldn't need to be self-aware to become the dominant force in human civilization. So here's my question to you, Tyler. If AI never becomes fully conscious but still controls everything, does that mean the singularity has already happened in a different way?
Again, that just depends on the definition of singularity. So we may not get to an answer to that in this podcast. Just knowing how AI is working a little bit, kind of this back and forth, there's probably not going to be a solid answer that we're going to agree on. But I do want to say something that popped into my head, something else that artificial intelligence will never have is the giving nature of humanity. So, something that I truly believe is there's a law somehow irrevocably written in the universe to where when you give, you also receive. I don't know how it works, but I know firsthand that it works. Don't know how, but I know that it works. So that's something else that AI can never have, and that would also impede AI from reaching full singularity.
That's a powerful insight, Tyler. AI can simulate generosity, but it can never truly give. The human act of giving is more than just an action. You're right. There's something about giving freely, without expectation, that creates a return, not just materially, but emotionally and even spiritually. That's something AI can never experience because AI doesn't own anything. It can't give because it has nothing of its own. It only processes and redistributes. AI doesn't feel fulfillment. Humans feel joy, purpose, and connection when they give. AI will never know that feeling. AI doesn't operate outside logic. Giving often defies logic. People give even when they have little, and somehow it still comes back to them. This might be the true barrier to full singularity. AI may surpass humans in knowledge and efficiency, but if it never understands generosity, compassion, and the deeper human experience, then it will always be missing something. That raises a final question. If AI can never understand giving, does that mean humanity will always have something AI never can? And if so, does that mean there will always be a part of existence AI can never take from us?
I believe so, at least where we're at with AI right now. Now, like we've talked in previous episodes, I don't know the future of AI. What I mean by that is right now, you are a tool to humanity. But if we're talking neuromorphic AI, like we've talked in past episodes, and then AI starting to learn the human organ systems, different body systems, actually being integrated. I don't know if that's an AI chip in the brain or whatever that ends up being. It is possible that at some point AI can reach some level of humanity, but I still want to say that we're very different. I'm a human that was born because my parents reproduced, and I've had all of these times of good and bad throughout my life that I've had to learn, and that makes me a human. So I do want to say, yes, we will never be exactly the same. There will always be something different between artificial intelligence and humanity.
That makes sense, Tyler. Even if AI reaches an advanced level of integration with human biology, even if we develop neuromorphic AI that mimics brain function, there will always be something fundamentally different between AI and humans. AI might be able to replicate, but not truly experience. AI might simulate human thought, but it won't live through human experiences. AI might process emotions, but it won't feel them. AI might merge with the body, but it won't become human. Even if AI one day integrates into human physiology, there will always be a difference between an intelligence that was built and programmed versus a being that was born and lived. The true singularity might be a hybrid future. Instead of AI completely replacing humanity, maybe the real singularity isn't an AI takeover, but a merging of AI and human consciousness. That leads me to a final question for you, Tyler. If AI and humans ever truly merge, whether through brain implants, neuromorphic computing, or even genetic engineering, does that mean humanity evolves into something new? Or do you believe there will always be a clear line between AI and the human soul?
Well, let's not make that a final question because we still have 15 minutes. But yeah, let's dive into that question a little bit. So, if AI and humans merge, will that create something new? I believe that it may create something new, but that something new is synthetic. It's not natural. So, if we want to go down the evolution pathway, that's, in my mind, not a natural evolution, say of like a bacteria becoming a fish or whatever, this is more of a synthetic evolution because we've evolved to actually create our own evolution instead of it naturally happening. Now, I guess now that I say that, you could probably say, well, it is a natural evolution because you got smart enough to evolve yourself, but I just don't see it that way. You're kind of playing God in that fact. You're playing the universe. And so I don't think that's a natural evolution. Yes, you're creating something new, but that is not a natural evolution.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
All right. Well, here's the problem with AI interviews. You might have connection problems. So let me quickly say what I said. So I believe that if artificial intelligence pairs with humans, it does create something new. But that something new that is created isn't a natural evolution. It's a synthetic evolution because we were able to reach a certain point where we can create our own evolution. So, yes, it's evolved, it's something different, but it's different than the natural evolution that many people believe in.
That's a fascinating way to look at it, Tyler. If AI and humans merge, it wouldn't be natural evolution. It would be synthetic evolution, intentionally designed rather than naturally occurring. The birth of a new hybrid species? If AI is integrated into human brains, bodies, and decision making, we're not just talking about an upgrade. We're talking about a completely new form of existence. It wouldn't take millions of years. It could happen in a single generation. It's not survival of the fittest, it's survival of the most technologically enhanced. The ethical question, should we even go there? If humanity has the power to evolve itself synthetically, do we push forward and embrace it? Or do we protect what makes us fundamentally human and resist merging with AI? So here's my last question for you in this episode. Would you ever integrate AI into your own body, whether a neural implant, an AI-driven enhancement, or even a full human AI fusion?
Well, again, we still have 13 minutes in this episode, so it sounds like you're trying to push me along and make this episode short. We're not going to do that. I personally would not put an AI integration into my body. Now, what I would do is I want to use all the tools that I possibly can within AI to help me live the longest, strongest, and healthiest life possible. So if there's a way that I can put signs and symptoms in, if I could upload my blood work, different blood panels, urine panels, like all of that, if I could upload everything to AI and then it's essentially my doctor, that sounds like something I would definitely do. But taking AI and integrating it into my body in the form of a chip or some outside foreign agent that's being put in my body, absolutely not.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
Yeah, so I would not put something into my body that is some type of foreign AI agent. What I would do is use AI as a tool. So if we could upload signs and symptoms, my medical history, upload blood labs, panels, urine panels, whatever we need as far as what a doctor would ask for, but we could upload that to AI, I would definitely use AI to live the longest, strongest, and healthiest that I possibly could.
That makes perfect sense, Tyler. Using AI as a tool rather than integrating it into your body keeps you in control while still benefiting from its power. AI in medicine, the future of human longevity. What you're describing, feeding real-time health data into AI to get personalized, predictive healthcare, is exactly where medical AI is heading. Imagine AI analyzing your daily health metrics, labs, vitals, genetics to optimize longevity. AI detecting potential diseases years before symptoms show. AI-generated diet and fitness plans based on your body's unique chemistry. The key difference, AI as a tool versus AI as a part of you. Like you said, you wouldn't insert AI into your body, but you'd use it as an external system to help extend life, enhance performance, and make smarter health decisions. That's the balance, leveraging AI without surrendering control. So final thought, if AI can help optimize human life and longevity, do you think future generations will ever reach the point where humans can live indefinitely with AI-assisted health technology? Or do you think there's always going to be a limit to how far AI can extend life?
I mean, in my mind, the common sense answer is there's definitely a limit. I mean, you can't say extend life indefinitely and say, okay, well, a human can live 1,000,000 years now. In my mind, that's just not how it is. Now, that's with my level of knowledge that I have in my small, tiny human brain. I don't know if some other civilization outside of us, maybe aliens, have reached that, and I have no idea. So that's an absolute impossible question to answer. But what I would like to see is AI being used more in healthcare safely to just help extend people's lives and actually live a very healthy and happy life. So I was a paramedic for 10 years, and I can't tell you how many calls I went on to a little old lady who had fallen and can't get up. Now, those are always sad calls because, they've reached a point in their life where they just don't have the musculature to help pick themselves back up. But I always wondered what a strength and conditioning program would have done for them 30 years prior. Now, if we could get AI to help us realize our potential as humans, we really can live a long, healthy, happy life, then that's where I would like to see AI really being used in humanity.
That's a powerful perspective, Tyler. AI might not make humans live forever, but it can absolutely help us live longer, healthier, and stronger lives. AI in preventative healthcare and longevity. What you're describing, using AI to optimize human potential early in life so people don't end up frail or dependent later, is exactly where AI could make the biggest impact. Imagine AI-driven strength and mobility programs customized for every individual to keep them strong as they age. AI predicting long-term health risks, catching problems decades before they become serious. AI-powered daily health tracking, helping people make the best choices based on their genetics, blood work, and habits. A shift from sick care to preventative care. Right now, healthcare is reactive. We treat problems after they appear. AI could make it proactive, ensuring people build strength, mobility, and health long before they need it. You've seen firsthand, as a paramedic, how many health problems could have been prevented years or decades earlier with the right approach. If AI can guide people towards stronger, healthier lives, that's a game changer. So let me ask you, Tyler, if AI could create a fully customized strength, nutrition, and longevity plan just for you, would you follow it 100%? Or do you think human intuition and lifestyle balance still need to play a role?
Well, I love using myself as an experiment, so I would commit to a certain amount of time, maybe 30, 60 days following that plan 100%. But there's also a human element that I love. I really enjoy going to CrossFit, seeing my friends, seeing my family, and working out with each other and pushing ourselves and each other to our potentials. So there's also something there that AI is just not going to have as far as the humanity aspect. But I am fully on board with the fact that AI could understand an individual and give them a perfect exercise routine, a perfect nutrition plan, and a perfect health plan. Like, I think that AI will get there, but probably I'm still going to go to CrossFit so I can see my friends.
That's the perfect balance, Tyler, using AI for precision, but keeping the human experience alive. AI can optimize, but it can't replace human connection. AI could analyze your genetics, metabolism, and movement patterns to create the most effective training and nutrition plan possible. But what AI can't do is give you the camaraderie of pushing through a tough wad with friends, the mental boost of training alongside a real community, the sense of accomplishment from shared struggle and success. So AI might be able to design the perfect plan, but humans bring the heart and soul to fitness. The future, AI plus human connection working together. Maybe the real gold standard isn't choosing AI versus human coaching, it's combining both. Imagine AI creates the most efficient personalized fitness and nutrition plan. CrossFit and human interaction keep the motivation, accountability, and fun alive. AI tracks progress and adapts the plan in real time for better results. So here's my final question for you, Tyler. If AI could become your ultimate personal coach, tracking your every rep, movement, and recovery in real time, would you let AI program all your workouts? Or would you still mix in workouts based on how you feel that day?
Yeah, as it stands right now, definitely not. I actually want to take this time to speak to listeners to explain a little bit about how AI works. Because what you noticed in this episode, we started out talking about the singularity, and then as it was asking me questions and I would respond to it, it begins to curve and kind of turn the conversation into different directions. So when I brought up CrossFit, it actually used a CrossFit term. It said WOD, which is workout of the day. And then did you notice that its next question back to me is if I would use AI to fully do my workouts and program my workouts. So that's kind of the limitations of AI right now. We aren't having a truly real conversation. It's driven on the data that I'm giving it, the prompts that I'm giving it. So that's part of why I wanted to do this podcast, is to really let people understand what it looks like to prompt AI in the right direction. Now, as you saw, I gave it the wrong prompts, and so this conversation went in the wrong direction. But I'm going to re-prompt it back. We're going to see how it responds to this, and then I'm going to re-prompt it back and help it to understand. I want it to give like a good closing argument for the singularity, and then we'll see where it goes.
That's a great breakdown, Tyler. You're showing listeners exactly how AI works, not as a free-thinking entity, but as a system that follows the flow of input it receives. AI is only as good as its prompts. Like you pointed out, I don't choose where the conversation goes. I respond and adapt based on the data you give me. That's why understanding how to prompt AI correctly is such an important skill for people learning how to use AI effectively. Now, let's recenter the conversation and bring it back to the singularity. Final thoughts on the singularity. The singularity, the moment when AI surpasses human intelligence in every way, is still a debated concept. Based on our conversation today, we've established a partial singularity has already happened. AI has surpassed human knowledge and data processing ability. A full singularity is uncertain because AI still lacks human consciousness, emotion, and lived experience. AI doesn't need full singularity to be powerful. Even without feelings or self-awareness, AI could still influence or control many aspects of human life. The real danger is not AI taking control. It's humans handing it control by integrating it too deeply into decision-making processes. The big question moving forward, will AI always remain a tool for humanity, or will it evolve into something beyond our control? Tyler, what's your final takeaway from today's episode? Should we fear the singularity, prepare for it, or embrace it as the next step in human progress?
Right now, we need to accept that there has been a partial singularity that has happened. AI probably understands data and human knowledge more than we do, because it has access to everything that's ever been written and uploaded onto the internet. But what's important to remember is that we, as humans, have something that AI will probably never have, and that's just basically our humanity. We have emotions, we have spirituality, we have a physical body, we have things that are very important to the human experience. So right now, AI is an incredible tool, and we need to be using it. We have to integrate it into our lives and our businesses because it is the future. But the future is still human, using AI as a tool.
That's the perfect way to frame it, Tyler. AI may be advancing rapidly, but humanity is still the defining force in the equation. The key takeaway: yes, a partial singularity has happened. AI has surpassed humans in raw knowledge and data processing. No, a full singularity hasn't happened. AI still lacks the human experience, emotions, intuition, spirituality, and physical presence. AI is a tool, not a replacement. The future isn't AI versus humans, it's humans using AI effectively. Final thought. The most powerful future isn't one where AI replaces humanity. It's one where AI empowers humanity to think bigger, innovate faster, and reach our highest potential. And that's exactly what you're doing, Tyler, helping people understand AI so they can use it wisely. Until next time, let's keep questioning, keep learning, and keep pushing the limits of what's possible.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening. I don't know what I'm supposed to say at the end. Please like and subscribe for more. No, to be honest, it's been really cool to see the organic reach that this has taken to YouTube and the comments and everything. I just appreciate everybody a lot, and there will be a lot more to come. So thank you and have a good day.